Tips for creating a reading routine with a baby, 0–12-month babies. The essentials. Reading to infants should begin as soon as possible, perhaps even from the day they are born. Reading is a relaxing activity for newborns. Around the age of 12 months, most babies become quite engaged during story time. Babies can learn about speech sounds, words, and language through activities such as reading and listening to stories. When reading to infants, go slowly. Call attention to the words and the pictures. As you read, try varying the way you sound as you say the words. Books with rhyme, rhythm, and repetition are enjoyable for infants. The significance of reading to infants and young children. Reading books to your baby, chatting with them about the pictures inside, telling them stories, and singing them nursery rhymes and songs all contribute to their overall growth and development. Your infant will become more familiar with speech sounds, words, pictures, and books if you engage in these activities on a daily basis. This helps your child develop early language skills as well as early literacy abilities, which are both important building blocks for their ability to read well later in life. Reading to your child not only entertains them but also helps them become more aware of their surroundings and develop their imagination. It is a wonderful opportunity for you to strengthen your bond with your infant and spend quality time together. What to anticipate while reading to newborns, passing around books, and telling them stories. The way in which infants interact with books shifts significantly during the course of their first year of life. During the first 3 months of his or her life, your infant may find comfort in sitting on your lap and staring at the pictures while you slowly read aloud to them. It's possible that your infant will just pay attention to the book for a few minutes at most. At the age of 6 months, you'll notice that your infant is becoming more engaged in story time. Your infant could try to chew on books after picking them up, patting them, or handling them. It's possible that your newborn will communicate with you by smiling, babbling, and cooing. At the age of 9 months, your infant will begin to interact more directly with the words and visuals found in books. For instance, your infant may chatter while staring at illustrations or attempt to push up flaps while interacting with the book. Additionally, your little one will want to hold books and experiment with turning the pages. By the time he or she is a year old, your infant will like participating in story time. Your little one will be able to flip the book over, point to the illustrations, and imitate the sounds of various animals as well as cars and trucks. It's possible that your infant will take pleasure in reading books all by themselves. Your infant will undoubtedly like carrying books around with them, if they're old enough to walk, and will most likely ask you to read their favorite books to them multiple times. Advice for reading to, discussing books with, and telling stories to infants. Through shared reading with you, you can facilitate your child's intellectual and emotional growth in the following ways. Through shared reading with you, you can facilitate your child's intellectual and emotional growth in the following ways. Follow your child's lead on how quickly or slowly to read, and be sure to spend some time gazing at the pictures once you've finished reading the words. Your infant will be able to concentrate on the graphics, as well as the sounds and shapes of the words. When you read to your child, you should turn the pages very gently. This teaches your infant how to turn the pages of a book. Instead of just reading the words, make sure to point out, name, and speak about the different items both familiar and unfamiliar that your baby sees on the page. For instance, one would say, "That's a bunny. Look. The rabbit is making its escape by hopping." As you read, try varying the way you sound as you say the words. Your infant will have an easier time distinguishing between the various speech sounds, which is a crucial first step on the path to language development. The following is a list of general suggestions that can assist you in making the most of your time spent reading with children. Establish a schedule, and make it a goal to discuss at least one book on a daily basis. Establishing a habit can be made easier if you have a designated spot in your home where you and your child go to read, complete with a basket of books and something to sit on that is cozy. Make sure your youngster can hear you by turning off the television or radio, placing your phone on silent, and finding a place with little background noise. You may capture your child's attention and provide additional context for what they are hearing or seeing by using gestures and facial expressions. Make some silly sounds and noises. Have some fun while you're at it. Encourage your youngster to draw parallels between what they see in books and what is happening in their own lives. You might, for instance, announce, "There's a teddy bear." You must possess a teddy bear just like that, don't you? Keep your child near to you or on your knee when you read to them so that they can see your expressions as well as the book you are reading. Follow your child's interests as your guide. It is normal for your child to have days where they do not feel like reading, and you should not worry about this. You should get yourself ready to read the same story multiple times. Young children often benefit from and enjoy engaging in activities that involve repetition. Pay a visit to your community library. It won't cost you anything to join or borrow books there. The staff will be able to suggest reading material for you and your baby that is appropriate for their age range. Additionally, many libraries provide free sessions of story time for babies and their parents or other caregivers. Toys and books for infants. In general, children under the age of 1 appreciate and learn from books that contain enjoyable rhymes, a steady pace, and plenty of repetition. Rhymes, rhythm, and repetition bring attention to the way that words sound, which is beneficial to the development of language. You should begin looking for books that meet the following criteria as soon as your child is born. Have different textures so that your baby can hear, see, and feel the book. Have pictures of babies and faces are made of stiff cardboard and have only a few pages. These are easy for babies to hold and handle. Have themes that babies can relate to, such as books about bathing, feeding, playing, and spending time outside in the fresh air and sunshine.